What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope the Lord's been blessing you at the beginning of this year. I wanted to start off with this year with something I promised last year, which was the custom goof that I was hinting out and I was putting shorts out for. I actually ended up being really proud of this project after some work and some minor mishaps. I finally got it done. Right now, as you can see, I'm just doing the base kit, which is just cutting out everything and starting to build it on my own before I customize it to my liking. This is, of course, the goof, which was part of the original series, but this is from the OVA, the Battlelog series, which was supposed to be some reimaginings of previous mobile suits. They're meant to be like kind of compatible with each other, so you should be able to kit bash multiple different Battlelogs into like your own personal creation instead of just having to think of one on the spot. Now with the goof, it's of course part of the Universal Century. The most famous pilot that you will most likely know is Rambo Raw, and the goof was a custom at the beginning, kind of custom mobile suit, customized version of the Zaku. It's supposed to be faster, stronger, just better in most ways, but it tends to cost a lot more than the regular Zakus, so you don't see it as much. You do see a little more of them later on, as of course advancements are made and having a goof around isn't as expensive as the beginning. The most well-known weapon was actually the heat rod, because of course there's a shock factor of a weapon that can destroy the shield of the Gundam and other weaponry, so it definitely added to the character progression for Amuro to start working how to beat something that can completely destroy all of his weapons, and of course to help with his friends. This part I glued together because it wasn't really working well, or not really fitting. But you can see this is the finished chest piece that I have. I'm pretty happy with it. But I definitely was thinking in my head of stuff I can do. Trying to figure out ways to possibly poke holes in it and make like bullet holes. I later used it with a modeling knife. I just kind of twisted it like a drill, and it came out pretty well. Here's the finished piece of the waist and the legs. It was a pretty easy build. Not too many intricate pieces. It was high graded at the end, so of course it's not going to come too specific, but here's the finished. Like, this is just if you just built it by itself, this is what it would look like. Honestly, I like it. It reminds me of the gun cannon, and I already talked about how I like the gun cannon. But here it's me starting to customize it. I use modeling putty to add some bit of texture, try to make like mud stains, and it's gone through some stuff. And then putting some weathering paint. Now this is the first time I've used weathering paint, and if you see my shorts, you've seen that I handle it very differently and made a lot of mistakes with it, which is part of the process. I definitely treated it like an acrylic paint, which was not the right way to go. It was very much it's a lot more, it's not viscous, because viscous is like thick. It's a lot more watery, so you have to put like more layers to it. But after I realized do not flick the paintbrush like I just did, and do more pressing, it started working out really well. I really liked after enough coats of the weathering, it started looking much darker and a lot more like mud. I also bought some Gundam markers because I felt like I needed some other type of way to paint stuff without having to paint with acrylics. I chose mainly gold, white, and black with some accents of red. The white was supposed to actually be silver, but I didn't have a silver marker on me, and I used that to indicate like abrasions in the metal and just like wear and tear. Granted, it would have looked a lot better with silver, but of course I didn't have it at the time. I did end up using the gold, and honestly, when I started using the gold, completely changed how I viewed the custom build. It started actually really being proud of, hey, this actually looks really good for the first time. Now, I made sure to be not like spread it around randomly, not be super formal, because of course weathering is not unilaterally looks great, like succinct and symmetrical. That's it. I did end up using black as to indicate like he's like shot through, and of course like pneumatics for mobile suits, of course the oil will be spilling out when they're getting shot at, so I wanted to kind of indicate that he's been using that. And then blood, of course, cutting through like wastes and not so safe parts of the mobile suit. And you see me struggling to pull out the paint for the first time. I forgot to cut this out, but I'm leaving it in just because. You'll see towards the end where you'll see the close-up shots, where you'll see these bullet marks like I talked about using the drill. I did also like use the modeling knife to cut out like full-on pieces of the suit out, just to give it that, like, it's been through a lot of fights and it's been through a lot of sorties. But now let's just skip ahead. And overall, again, I started off with this being like kind of a mediocre build, and then like right here at the end, I'm not putting in the right camera phase, but it looked really good and I'm really proud of it. So you guys see the details, let's get to the glamour shots. Now you can see definitely the bullet marks and stuff like that. Like you see in the left arm bullet marks, shoulder bullet marks. I try to really spread that damage around. And you can see like the horns are cut off in specific places. Just generally trying to say, hey, this is not a brand new mobile suit. I definitely like how the feet were. I feel like I should have spread the putty around to make it more like overall mud, but I didn't want to waste too much putty worrying about that, so I just mainly focused on the heads and the legs. Right, guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did try to make a shorter video overall because the last one was like 20 minutes, and it was my first video, so I'm not gonna really kick myself in the butt for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. I'm planning to make a lot more clips this year and a lot more videos, try to put a lot more content out because it seems like you guys enjoy what I do. So I'll see you guys later and be blessed.